Right, everyone, welcome back to Joe Man's Land. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today we're going to be doing a review of the 24-105 zoom lens by Panasonic. This is an f4 lens straight through, and versatile zoom lenses are definitely something that I love to shoot with. The first time I had a chance to use this lens was actually out at a shoot I did in the mountains recently. If you haven't checked out the link for that one, it's in the left-hand corner, but I definitely used this lens for the majority of the shoot as well as for most of the photos. And as you can see, regardless of the lighting scenarios, it was clean. It looked excellent, and I'm very happy with how it performed. Also as well, right now I'm down at Bridgeland distillery, and I also had a chance to use this lens here, and they had a really great stampede function. The images coming out are super clean. The lighting really was a little bit difficult that day, lots of ambient lighting from behind, and I mean, obviously when you're shooting with an f4, it doesn't let in quite as much light, but as you can see, the photos were clean. I was getting pretty darn good separation between the subject and background, which I mean, obviously maybe isn't what this lens is intended for, but it looked really good. And then in terms of video performance, it was excellent. You guys can see the autofocus was snappy. It worked super well. It wasn't too jumpy between the subject and the background. So overall, this lens just worked great. Before I go any further in this video, I just want to give a big shout out to Panasonic North America for providing me with this lens. My opinions are my own, but without their support, I wouldn't be able to put out as many videos that are product focused like I have been. So thank you so much to them. So who is this lens for? Well, this is a great all-around lens if you are a Panasonic user with a full frame camera and you just want to have that one lens that you don't have to change. Are you going to be shooting Astro with this? Probably not, but in the majority of scenarios you will be shooting, whether that be events, street photography, cityscape, landscape, you know, that 24-105 focal range is going to do almost everything you need. Also as well, the OIS on it worked great. The optical stabilization from the lens with the camera worked super well. Everything I shot on it was on the S5 II, and I mean, the autofocus on that camera is great. So, you know, the lens definitely worked really well. But I bet you're wondering what this lens would look like if you vlogged. Let's test that now. All right, now we're vlogging on the 24-105. I've got my IBIS turned on, so obviously it's gonna crop in a little bit more. And I mean, a 24 mil is definitely a little bit tighter than you would do a walking and talking test with. But in case you're wondering, this is what it looks like. And keep in mind, my arm is held out super far. I'm 6'2", so obviously I don't have 1 foot long arms. So holding it out about as far as I can, this is what it looks like on the S5 II. In case you're wondering what it looks like for a stationary shot at 24 millimeters, this is what it looks like. Now let's punch in all the way to 75 millimeters and get a little further back. Okay, now we are looking at 75 millimeters. As you can see, obviously get a little bit more compression at this focal range. It's still f4, but when you punch in like this, you do get a little bit more of a separation between yourself and the background. Now let's go all the way to 100 meters and get even further away. Man, it's hard to see if I'm even in the center of the frame. Right now we're at 100 millimeters. This is what it looks like. I'm standing probably about 20 feet away from the camera. I'll go ahead and get a little bit closer just so we can see what this looks like. As you guys can see, as I get closer to the camera, there's a lot more separation between the background and myself. But again, this is just at f4. Well, folks, let's wrap this video here. I would love to hear what your thoughts were on this lens. Is it going to be
the one lens to defeat the universe?
I don't know, but I would say that if I had an opportunity to carry this in my bag and I owned it, I definitely would. But let's wrap here. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and remember to take beautiful photos every single day. Don't do it for the views, do it for yourself. And I look forward to seeing y'all in another video super duper soon.